In a world that hums with noise and distraction, a quiet divide is forming, unseen, yet profoundly real. Some hearts stir at a call only they can hear. A whisper in the wind, a pull in the soul, a moment when eternity reaches across the chaos of our days, and God begins to call his own by name. The world moves on unaware. Crowds chase shadows, ambitions rise and fall, and yet in the midst of it all, a hidden separation begins. It is subtle, invisible to the human eye, yet unmistakable to the spirit. Those who hear will know, and those who do not will remain behind. Few notice at first, a sudden clarity in prayer, a longing that cannot be explained, a weight that presses not with fear, but with purpose. And when it comes like lightning, fast, undeniable, and irrevocable. In the city streets, in the quiet homes, in the fields where laborers bend beneath the sun, lives are shifting. Some hearts awaken to truth. Some stumble blindly, ensnared in comfort, distraction, or doubt. The hidden separation begins with a call, sometimes gentle, sometimes urgent, but always personal. It is the calling that changes everything. Those who hear it may not see it in the news or in the calendars of men, but they feel it deep in their spirit. A name called, a destiny unfolding. And yet, the question remains, will they answer? For centuries, God has moved in ways unseen. The prophets of old wrote of it. The faithful remembered. And now, in a time of quiet turmoil and loud chaos, the same pattern repeats. The faithful are marked, not by signs the world can measure, but by a recognition of their own hearts, a resonance with the eternal. The hidden separation is not punishment. It is revelation. It is God's way of drawing his own out of darkness, not by force, but by recognition. A spark ignites in the soul, and suddenly, ordinary moments become extraordinary. The sunrise is no longer just light. It is a symbol of his mercy. The laughter of children is no longer just joy. It is a whisper of his promise. And yet, for every heart that awakens, many do not. For every step toward light, shadows linger nearby. The world does not notice this division, because it is not a worldly event. It is a spiritual awakening, subtle yet eternal. In one quiet village, a young woman lifts her eyes to the sky as the sun dips low. A voice calls her, though no one is near. She feels a nudge, a direction she cannot explain. The people around her laugh, they hurry, they worry over small things, but she pauses, and in that pause eternity speaks. Her name echoes softly in the chambers of her heart. Some call it coincidence. Some call it intuition. But the faithful recognize it for what it is, a divine summons. And as she steps forward, drawn by that call, the path behind her fades into the unnoticed world. The hidden separation has begun. And this is the moment when many stumble. To follow the call requires leaving something behind. Comfort, familiarity, even relationships that seem unbreakable. And yet, those who hear the call understand what is gained is immeasurable. A closer walk with God, a life touched by his presence, a destiny illuminated by eternal purpose. The separation is not marked by grand proclamations. It is quiet, personal, sometimes painful, sometimes joyful, but always transformative. And as the faithful answer, they are joined by others, those who also hear their names whispered in the secret places of their hearts. But even as some awaken, the world continues. Crowds surge, voices shout, alarms ring. The noise is relentless, but those called have learned a secret. The world does not define their reality. Eternity does. And in that revelation, a peace unlike anything known settles in their souls. Reflection whispers softly, and maybe that is our own hidden battle, hearing God, yet choosing whether to respond. The hidden separation does not always make sense. It challenges expectations, defies logic, and yet it fulfills prophecy. The faithful see patterns in events others dismiss. They recognize divine fingerprints on moments the world calls trivial. Slowly, as one by one, God calls his own by name, a quiet army forms, not of men, but of hearts aligned with heaven. In the desert, in the forests, in homes and cities, the pattern is the same. Those who listen are drawn into a journey not seen, yet deeply felt. Trials will come, doubts will linger, yet even in difficulty, the call persists. Persistent, gentle, undeniable. A guiding hand through storms, a voice in silence. And here lies the great mystery. The world may never notice, but heaven always does. Those who answer are hidden in plain sight, living ordinary lives while walking extraordinary paths. They are the ones who will recognize truth when it emerges, who will carry light into darkness. Pattern shift. Imagine a massive tapestry, threads of every color, some shining with gold, others dimmed by shadow. This is the story of humanity. And now, a careful hand begins to pull certain threads, those chosen, those called, those awakened. The threads move apart, a separation invisible to the eye, yet eternal in its consequence. Consider a father who has labored all his life in silence, believing God's favor distant, unseen. Yet, a moment comes when a simple act, a prayer uttered for another, a word of mercy spoken, lights a spark within him. And suddenly, the separation becomes visible in his heart. He steps into a purpose he had never known, guided not by ambition, but by divine recognition. And the mother, watching quietly in her home, senses her own awakening. A name is called, a calling revealed through the simplicity of faith. And in that revelation, generations are touched. One life answered, and many others ripple into eternity. A young man in a bustling city walks past the chaos of hurried lives. He feels something tug at him, not fear, not guilt, but an undeniable nudge. A choice awaits, to follow the crowd or to answer the call. It is not dramatic, it is not loud, but it is everything. One step and the world behind him blurs. Another step, and eternity opens its arms. And maybe this is the essence of the hidden separation, that it is not always marked by miracles the eye can see. Often, it is seen only in choices, in the quiet obedience of hearts, in the subtle recognition of God's presence in the mundane. Reflection. Perhaps the call is less about grandeur and more about recognition, the still, small voice that persists even when the world does not. In ancient times, prophets recorded signs, dreams, and divine interventions. Yet even then, the faithful understood one truth above all. God calls, and only those who answer find the hidden path. Today, nothing has changed. The principles remain. The call remains. The separation is unfolding. Picture a hillside at dawn. Light spills across a valley, revealing hidden streams and paths. Those who were blind to the sunrise now see every detail. Their awareness, once dormant, is awakened. The call has reached them, and through their obedience, the hidden separation becomes tangible, not through spectacle, but through hearts that recognize God's voice. A pattern interrupt. In the midst of ordinary life, small miracles appear. A stranger offers guidance. A word from a friend becomes wisdom. A song triggers memory. These are not coincidences. They are whispers, echoes of the divine call, nudging souls toward recognition and alignment. And as more hear, the call multiplies. Some answer with hesitation, some with fear, some with unwavering courage. Each choice shapes not only their destiny but the unfolding of God's plan across the unseen spiritual realm. The climax approaches when the call grows undeniable. No longer can it be ignored. The world may resist. Temptations may linger. Fear may whisper. But those whose names are spoken by God recognize the moment for what it is, a threshold. Step through and eternity opens. Hesitate, and the moment passes, leaving only memory. A family in a quiet home prays as a child sits silently. The name is spoken not aloud, but in the spirit. A trembling begins, then resolve. The hidden separation is no longer subtle. The calling has arrived. And when it does, nothing is the same again. Resolution. Those who respond step into light. They are not perfect, nor do they claim to be. They are called, recognized, and transformed. Their eyes see differently. Their hearts move differently. The hidden separation was never meant to isolate. They are drawn closer to the source, connected with one another in a way the world cannot measure. And for those who do not answer, life continues. Paths diverge. Yet God's mercy remains. The calling is still there, always echoing through time, waiting for hearts willing to listen. And so, the hidden separation unfolds quietly, invisibly, profoundly. Eternity whispers to each soul, calling by name. Some answer, some wait, but all are known. And perhaps that is the ultimate mystery, that in a world of countless voices, God calls, and in that call, everything eternal begins.